Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome to Fitness Challenge. You will need weights today. Hopefully you have something you can use. A band, water bottles, weights, something like that. Because you will need them today. Of course, if you don't have them, you can still do the exercise, so we would never stop you from joining us, even if you didn't have weights. I have kind of the medium range weights today. I have something I'm going to do squats and lunges with. I have something I'm going to do a Renegade Row, shoulder presses, rows, and single leg deadlifts. So I have 3 different weights here for my disposal. I'll probably only use 2, but I want to have that one just in case. Exercises are going to be a minute long a piece. We're going to do everything twice. So we have groups of 4. We have A, B, C, D, and then we'll do A, B, C, D again. 60 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So that gives you enough chance to change weights if you need to, and potentially get up and get down. We will need a mat for the third and final grouping of 4, because you will be down on the ground for bicycle crunches and mountain climbers. So that may be something you want to have relatively near you. I'm just going to push it out of the way for right now, because, oh, actually no, I take that back. We have up and down planks, so you may want them to be, so you're going to be here, going to forearms and back. So if you want some padding for that, highly recommend it, but then we're not going to use them for a little while. So hope you're ready for a workout. Need to get a little bit warmer. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll be sweating pretty soon. There is no high intensity for today. We do have mountain climbers, but you can do them slow. And we do have side shuffles, but you can do them slow. So you won't be having any burpees or jumping jacks or anything like that in today's workout. So because of that, we're going to do a warm up without any jumping. So let's just start with our hands in front, and we're just squatting up and squatting down. I did a whole 45 minutes of legs yesterday, so this is going to be good to get those muscles moving around again. But we'll find out pretty soon when we start doing those squats and lunges with weight if I am going to drop the body weight. We'll see. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come up, hands behind the head, and we're just going to twist. That's one thing, is that with these classes, that I don't know what you did yesterday. So if something we're doing is really agitating a muscle group that you worked maybe a long time and switch sides, up overhead, you can always either change out the exercise completely or just drop to body weight or make any sort of other modifications and come down. So right now we're just rotating. We're going to go a little lower in a second, but now we're just rotating. Now we're going to go low and up. So like this little staggered squat thing going on. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low butt kickers. All we're literally doing is just kicking our butt one at a time, stretching out that quad or the front of the leg. Now let's kick back and front. Kick back and front. So knee back, or kick back, knee up, switch sides. Oh, I'm going to have enough trouble with this as it is. I'm sure you're struggling too. So we're doing 2 per exercise. Kicking back, knee up, kicking back, knee up. One more time, we'll stop. And let's just rotate and match. Remember, Monday is a holiday. We will have workouts that go live, but they will not be new. However, they're still good. Punch down. Remember when those P90X and all those DVDs came out and you did the same DVD for like a month straight? It's kind of like that, but for a very short amount of time. Up, just one day. And we'll be back live again on Tuesday. One more each side, and then keep those arms nice and loose, and just go side to side. All right, so our warm-up is complete. If you would like to continue your warm-up while we start our exercises, you can always go easy on the first round and pick it up on the second. So for the first grouping of 4, we have a side shuffle, so we're just gonna go side shuffle. If you have a band and you wanna put it around your thighs, or your calves, by all means, go for it. Then we have up and down planks. So you're gonna be in a plank here. You're gonna come down to your forearms and back up and switch back and forth. I want you to lead with one arm and then lead with the other arm. So we're switching back and forth. Then we have regular squats with or without weight and regular lunges with and without weight. So we're gonna go through each one of those twice, A, B, C, D, and then A, B, C, D again. And then we'll break. Move on to the next grouping. So side shuffles are number 1, and we're gonna get ready, and we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Now I think I'm gonna go this way, so I have a little bit more space to give myself. You can be as low as you want. The lower you are, obviously, the harder it's gonna be. If you want to touch down, you can do that too. Obviously, if you have a band, you're going to be going a lot slower, but if that, you have a band around your thighs or your calves. We have 17 seconds. Two and 1, up and down planks. So remember, I'm going to lead with one arm, do a couple, and then I'm going to lead with the other arm, do a couple, or switch back and forth each time. So long as both sides are getting equal amounts of work. And you can always do this from your toes, from your knees. If your toes become too challenging for you. And if you're super into it, I've seen people do this both arms at the same time. But, so you're down and up and down and up, but on your toes. I'm not ready to do that yet, but if you are, option for you. "13 seconds. Okay, we're standing on up, and we're doing our squats with or without weight. Totally your choice. Your weights can be down low, they can be up high, whatever is comfortable for you. And the distance between your feet is up to you. The only thing I suggest is that if you're not having your feet either totally together or right underneath your shoulders and your hips, they are equidistant. So you're not doing any sort of staggered stance here. It's just both legs working equally, going up and down. I hear the recycle truck outside. We have 20 seconds left. now we have alternating lunges. Doing the right side, and then the left side, and then the right side, and then the left side. When I do my lunges, I always tend to step back. So I'm going to consciously step forward. However, if you do yours equally, it doesn't really matter, you can pick, but I always step back. And we just like to challenge our mind as well as our body. Twenty-two seconds. Less than 10. 2 and 1. We're going back to those side shuffles right away. 10 seconds. All right, let's shuffle. So this is one of 2 cardio moves for today. You can make it as high or as low intensity as you like. And if you really are tight with space, you can run in place. You won't get the lateral movement, but it's better to modify and do something different than potentially run into your couch. Sixteen seconds. Three, 2, 1. Up and down planks. Remember, we're switching sides every 1, every 2, every 3. Whatever number makes most sense to you in your head. Okay, get ready. And use this to bring your heart rate down a little bit. We have 26 seconds left. We're more than halfway through. And 1, stand on up. Squats, squats and lunges. We're starting in 5 seconds, so grab your weights. Maybe you want to do a different squat. I did underneath my hips the last time, so this time I'm going to do sumo. You can change up. You can stay the same. You can do whatever you want. Seconds in. Definitely not cold anymore. 15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lunges. If you finished on your left leg, start on your right leg, or vice versa. And by the end, I would like you to make sure that you have even on both sides. So even if you're like, I forget, Jen, don't worry, just start up. And then just make sure I'm starting with my left leg. So that means when I'm done, I'm going to finish with my right. So I'm getting equal amount of fun and exciting time under tension on both sides. And we have a break coming in less than a minute. 30 seconds away, actually. Final 10. Make sure sides are equal. And 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds. When you are ready, come on back. March in place. Jumping jacks. High knees. If you need all 1.5 minutes, absolutely 100% you take it. But if you're like, I'm feeling good, you don't have to. You can take 45 seconds and then move around for those other 45. So, grouping number 2, Renegade Rows, shoulder press, palm up row, and single leg deadlift. So, for our Renegade Row, we're going to take one weight, have it right here in the middle, pull up, and switch. You can also be on your knees here, totally fine. A shoulder press is as such, you can be on your knees, you can sit down, you can stand up. A palm up row is just flipping your palms facing up, and we're rowing here. We have a little bit of a bend, and our hips are bent, our knees are bent, our back is flat. And then a single leg deadlift, we're gonna do 1 minute of one leg, go through everything, and then go through 1 minute of the other leg. We start those Renegade Rows in like 5 seconds. So get yourself ready. All right. I only use one weight here and switch back and forth because I don't feel comfortable holding myself up on 2 weights. If your weights are nice and secure and they don't roll around, you can absolutely have 2 weights down here and just switch back and forth. Like if you have those, like if they're switched, they like a rectangle or a square. If you're more cylindrical based, you just have to be much more aware of the movement side to side and the stability of your wrists. So you can still do it by all means, but it just takes a little bit more concentration. Remember, we can be on our knees, no worries. All right, shoulder press. I'm going to be on my knees so I can stay in frame. Otherwise, my weight's a little out of frame, so. But you can also do this seated. The big thing is that you're not swinging your body in any way, shape, or form when you're doing these. And if you need to switch back and forth and do one arm at a time or take a break, whatever you need to do is whatever you need to do. And this weight might be a little heavy for a minute, but we're going to do our best. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. So next time through, I'm going to change my weights out. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to do those palm up rows. So remember, we're bent over and we're pulling up here. A regular row, our palms are down. A palm up row is, guess what? Palms up. I love it when things make sense like that. And you can also do one arm at a time. So we're here, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And if that's too much, I switch to do one arm at a time. Remember, a little bend in the knees, nice flat back. "30 seconds in. "50. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. For your single leg deadlifts, you can have weights if you want them. Totally not necessary. We're bending over, nice flat back. One leg for the whole minute. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Now remember which leg this is. I'm supporting myself using my right leg, and my left leg is going back. You can do the other, totally cool. Just remember which leg is stabilized. If you need to touch down, you touch down. If you don't, see if you can let that leg support you the whole time. And really challenge that balance. 20 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Back down to the ground for those Renegade Rows. If you can't get yourself into a good plank on your knees or on your toes with that weight, then you drop that weight. Your first order of business is always the form, and then you can do the range of motion. "20 more seconds. Keep it up. And stand on up, or kneel, or sit for your shoulder presses. Get ready, 5 seconds. Now let's go. We're halfway. Fifteen seconds. Three, two, one. Palm up, row. 8 seconds till we start. All right, bending it over. A little bend in the knees. Palm up, hold it. There it is. 15. 3, 2, 1. Okay, single leg deadlift on the other side. So remember, I had my right leg as my stabilizing, so now I'm going to have my left leg as my stabilizing. We're going to do that for a minute. And then we're finished with round 2. We are another little break for ourselves. And prepping for the third round. Remember, one side is always going to be better at balance than the other, but always set yourself up for success. Don't be on any sort of cracks or a super padded surface. Find a space on the floor. Soft gaze. We're more than halfway through. Seconds. Okay, weights down. You have another 90-second recovery time. You can put your weights away. We don't need them for the third round, but you will need a mat. So use this time, get yourself prepped for our third and final round. Grab water, towel off. Bring your dog in from outside, do whatever you gotta do. And we have mountain climbers, bicycle crunches. Then we stand up and we're gonna be in a squat and we're gonna tap out to the side. And then we're going to be in a bridge to a reverse plank to a bridge. Or sorry, reverse table, I should say. This really isn't a bridge. Sorry, reverse table to plank to reverse table. I'll change that in the description as soon as we're done, because that is false advertising. Okay, so we're starting with those mountain climbers, and those start in 25 seconds. Bring my clock down here so I can see. And remember, these mountain climbers are as fast or as slow as you want them to be. This is our last set of exercises. 2 rounds through and then we're done. 2, 1. 30 on, 30 left. Can you make it without stopping? 8, 3, 2, 1, and down. Bicycle crunches. Remember, with our bicycle crunches, we're moving our feet like we're riding a bicycle in this little circular pattern. If you can't have your elbows meet your knees, don't worry. Just make sure they're doing equal amounts of movement on both sides. If one side is restricted, then only go as far as the restricted side. Reverse your bicycle. Pedal backwards. "15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. We're going to be in our little squat. And we're going to tap out to each side. And tap. The lower you go, the harder it's going to be. If I'm tired, I just want to stand up, just tapping out to the side. I like doing this with my hands. You definitely don't have to do that. "13 seconds. Now this last exercise is going to be on our hands again, like our mountain climbers. So I'll get you started on your hands, and then I'll show you another variation where you're on your forearms instead. Alright, come on down. Remember, we're going bridge to reverse tabletop. So we're starting out in bridge. So feet out, coming up onto our heels. 2, 1. So we're here, here, back out. If that's too much, you're on your forearms. Your butt may touch the ground with that one. It's okay. When you do your reverse tabletop, have those hips go up. Really point that belly button up towards the sky. We only have 6 minutes and 10 seconds of work left. I know you have that in you. Remember also, we're leading with the opposite leg every time. And if you haven't it and you're like, oh shoot, just keep doing what you're doing. And then next round through, switch it out. We are going to mountain climbers pretty quickly after this. So it's 2 things on your wrist back to back. So if you need to do your mountain climbers on your forearms, that's totally fine too. Not sure why I didn't tuck to my shirt, because we have another round left. We're starting those mountain climbers in 10 seconds. Okay. I'm going to do these mountain climbers on my forearms. We are halfway. Seconds. 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Bicycles. 30 seconds one way, 30 seconds the other. And remember, you can always do something else if you don't want to do bicycles. You're in charge. I'm just your guide. Whew. Okay, let's cycle. Switch direction of your bike. There's 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand them up. We have those toe taps in our squat. Let's go. Very close to being done. We just have one more minute here and one more minute of those reverse tables and our bridges. Then we are golden, and you can say, I've worked out on my Friday or Saturday or whatever the heck day of the week this is. Check off, I'm done. And I feel successful and productive with my day. Less than 30 seconds. Say, this optional little hand jive thing I got going on, you can join, you don't have to. 15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last exercise. Reverse tables to plank. I love when you put words together. Whew. Okay, you're ready to knock it out? Let's go. So let's add in our shoulder strength from our plank types of positions and our shoulder presses and these bridges and reverse tabletops works the glutes like in our lunges and our squats. It's all together. 30 seconds. One giant, lovely fitness circle. We have 20 seconds left. Can you make it? My arms are getting tired, but I got 15 seconds with me, so I know I can do it. 10 seconds. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Awesome work. Turn the timer off. So we're done with that. Take a second, grab your water, walk around for a bit, and then come on back, have a seat on the mat, and we will stretch you out before we go. I hope you had an okay fitness week, even if your work week stunk. How did your fitness week go? You gotta take what we can take. Alrighty. Once you're ready, come on back to the mat. Our legs are out in front of you. And our arms are up. And we're gonna go up, over, and forward, and we're going to stretch out the back of our legs. Both legs at the same time, our hamstrings. And we're gonna breathe. We're not gonna hold our breath. And then we're gonna roll all the way back, hug our knees into our chest, and rock side to side slightly. And then drop our right leg, cross our left leg over, grab behind our right leg, and pull on in. This leg can be straight on the right side, or it can be bent, your choice. But we're working on stretching out the glute on our left side. So whatever way you feel like you're getting more glute activity, that's what I suggest. Release, let's switch it out, other side. Whatever leg position we did on one side, do it on this side as well. And release, roll on to the side of your choice, and grab a foot, and let's do a quad stretch. Remember, your head and neck should be nice and neutral here. You're not supporting yourself. All right, let's switch sides. Release, roll yourself up. Come to the seated position of your choice. Give yourself a big hug. Bring those elbows up nice and high. And then switch sides, same thing. Release, let's do some shoulder circles one way. And then switch directions. Arm across, wrist circles. You find a position that feels good, you can hold it there. I'm going to switch sides, the same thing. Find a position that feels good, I can hold it there. And then tricep stretch. And switch. Release, bring those feet around, come in to a downward dog or a triangle type of shape. Stretch out those calves. And then we're walking our feet and hands to meet and rolling up very, very nice and slow. Awesome work, you guys. It's 1 o'clock. We did it. Another workout down. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next week.